In this video, we're going to apply what we've learned about finding the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix to some problem solving and exam style questions. So here's a matrix here with three unknowns, P, Q and R. Now it says, given that M equals inverse M, find the values of P, Q and R. Okay, so there are two ways to do this, and one of them is substantially fiddlier than another. So the temptation is to just hack through finding the inverse of this 3 by 3 matrix and then set it equal to the original matrix and hopefully be able to find P, Q and R that way. But actually there's a more efficient way to do it. So if M equals inverse M, well, what must follow? Well, if I start with that equation and I multiply both sides by M, I get M times M equals M inverse times M. Right, all I've done is multiply both sides by M. Now that right hand side is just the identity and the left hand side is M squared. So what we're saying is M squared should be the identity. So let's just square this and see what we get. Okay, so M squared is, well, it's the matrix times itself. So we're going to hack through a fairly enormous little bit of, well, not little, big bit of multiplication here. Okay, so let's see what we get. In the first cell here, we get 25 plus PQ plus 8. So 25 plus the 8 is 33. So we get 33 plus PQ here. Now, I'll keep going with this, but remember, we're going to be setting this equal to the identity. So I'm not going to have to do all of this necessarily because I might have enough information already after just a few. Let's do the next one. So the next one, we get 5p minus 7p minus 8. Okay, well, 5p minus 7p, that's minus 2p. And then minus 8 is just minus 8. And look, we can already work out P from this because I'll leave space to complete this, but recall that this is going to be equal to the identity. And the identity of a 3 by 3 or a 3 by 3 identity is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So I know that minus 2p minus 8 is 0. So I can just solve that straight away. So minus 2p minus 8 equals 0, and that's going to give p equals negative 4. So I can keep going with this, but I guess the smart thing to do would just be solve everything as soon as I can. So look at this next one. I have, well, you know what, I could even just use the one I already have. So I know that 33 plus PQ should equal 1. So if I set that one up here, 33 plus, well, PQ, that's minus 4Q, that should equal 1. Subtracting 33 from both sides, minus 4Q equals minus 32, and Q equals 8. Okay, now let's look at the next cell here. So I've got 5 times 4, that's 20. P times 8, so I'll just write 8P, but I know what P is. And then 4R. And look, I can use that to work out R because I already know P. So since I know that P is negative 4, I get 20, and then it's 8P, so that's minus 32, plus 4R, and that equals 0. Okay, so what do we have? We have minus 12, so 4R equals 12, and R equals 3. And there's the answer. P is minus 4, Q is 8, and R is 3. It's actually a much smaller problem than it initially seemed. It looked like I have to do an awful lot of multiplication, and actually I only had to do the top 3 cells. So not as big a problem as we might have expected. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So M is this 3 by 3 matrix here, and N is this 3 by 3 here. They both have K in, and K is a constant. Question 1, determine in its simplest form, in terms of K, the matrix Mn. Okay, well, I just have to multiply those out. There's not really a shortcut for that. So we get 2K and then it's minus 14 plus 2, so that's minus 12, and minus another 12, so 2k minus 24. Next we get 12 minus 20, so that's minus 8, plus 8, and so that's 0. Next one, it's minus 20 plus 24, so we're on 4, minus 4 is 0. Next line, I get k squared, and then minus 7k, so k squared minus 7k, and then also 4, and then plus 6, so that's plus 10. In the middle, it's 6k, and then we get minus 40 minus 4, so minus 44. Now we've got minus 10k plus 48 plus another 2, so that's plus 50. And on the bottom row, it's 4k, and then it's minus 28 plus 2, so that's minus 26, plus 6, so that's plus 20, minus 20. And here we've got 24 minus 20, that's just 4, and minus another 4 is 0. And the last one, maybe you can guess, minus 40 plus 24 is minus 16, and then plus 2, so minus 14. Well, maybe that's not what you guessed. I don't know what I would have guessed then. Okay, so there we have it in its simplest form. On to part B. So given that k is 5, write down mn. Okay, so we just need to sub 5 into this. So 2 times 5 minus 24 is minus 14. Then it's 0, and then it's 0. When k is 5, we get 25 minus 35, that's minus 10, plus 10 is 0. Or maybe you can guess now. Next one we've got 6k is 30, minus 44 is minus 14. Here we've got minus 10 times 5 is minus 50, plus 50 is 0. 4 times 5 minus 20 is 0. Then we've got 0, and then we've got minus 14. Okay, now for this last part, hence write down m inverse. We need to spot that this is minus 14 times the identity. So what we've established is that m times n is equal to minus 14 times I. So what's m inverse? Well, how do we get m inverse into this? Well, m inverse we can find by just multiplying both sides, left multiplying it by m inverse. If you left multiply this by m inverse, you just get n. And if you left multiply this by m inverse, you get minus 14 times m inverse times I. Now, I just is the identity. So m inverse times I is just m inverse. So what we can say is that m inverse here will just be, you can find it by just dividing both sides by minus 14. So it's 1 over minus 14 times n. So all I need to do is go back to n here and divide it through by minus 14. So I don't even need to simplify, but I can simply say that is minus 1 over 14 multiplied by, and now k is 5, so it's 2 minus 7, 5 minus 7 is minus 2, then 6, then minus 10, 2 minus 20, 24, minus 3, 2, minus 1. Okay, so I hope that's been a good look at inverses of 3 by 3 matrices. See you in the next video.